If there's a lot of snorting in this video, sorry. I have a cold again for the 100th time. So, yeah. Okay, so hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday, happy Father's Day, and you know the drill today on the video. You can see this is full face of using Maybelline products. What's the good? What's the bad? What's the if you want to know the tea is, then just keep on watching. Okay, since I really don't have a primer, since the only primer that I have like from Maybelline is I believe it's the Baby Skin. It's like the dupe for the professional. My benefit, I just realized we'll just use the Master Fix before and after we're done with our face, because it can serve as a primer. So let's spray our face with it, hope it works, but I know it will. So I'm if it looks like this is like it's my fan. It's a bit aggressive, and yeah, the fan is aggressive, so that's it, people. But we're just gonna let it dry down on our face before we go into our foundation, which we'll go into now because this is dry. Okay, so I know this will not cover up my large pimple right there, which hormonal breakouts is the best. But I'm gonna use the Fit Me Matte and Poreless in, what is this? 120 Classic Ivory. I have used a lot of foundations from Maybelline through the years. I have used Dream Satin, and I'm interested in trying the Super Stay foundation, but we haven't got it in our drugstore, so I think I'm gonna have to order it online. But this is actually really good. I have used this a couple of times. The only thing that bumps me out about this, it's not in a pump. So you kind of have to like do this action before you kind of put this in your face. But it actually blurs out pretty well, pretty damn good. So I'm just gonna dot this on my face, and to God, it blurs it blurs my stress out completely. But you know, I gotta be honest, June has been a very just putting someone a very stressful week for me. No kidding. No week. I mean stressful month. There's a lot in June that I have never expected would happen in my life. So I'm just gonna blend this out, get my mirror of course, and get back to you guys. Okay, so I have put this, just reposition you there a little bit. Yeah, I have put the foundation on my face. And actually, I really like that foundation for the most part, but I'm really not using it that much since I'm trying a lot of new products. But I still come back to it every now and then because it really is a natural foundation and it feels like nothing on your face. So that's a good thing always. So next up is we're gonna use a concealer, of course, and this is a Swear by of mine. I have used this for years. As you all know, I have been using two different concealers under my eyes, but since this is a Maybelline video, we're gonna use the one concealer instead. This is the Maybelline Fit Me, and to be honest, I have used their Age Rewind, and I like that concealer a little bit, not a lot, because it creases on me quite bad. Although it really is a beautiful concealer. And the only thing that I would, stress about saying to Maybelline is maybe they could come up with more lighter shades for their concealer. But yeah, I'm just gonna blend this out and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so this is our face completely blended out with the concealer. So before, of course, this creases because every concealer creases on me, I don't know why. But before this creases, we'll set this with the Maybelline Fit Me powder as well. I always as well swear by this. I have been using their other powders before, but since I have discovered Maybelline Fit Me powder, I have never gone back. I mean, it's really good. It sets everything really well, and it gives your face this mattified look. Not really so mattified that it looks dry and crackly, but yeah, it mattifies your look. I'm gonna set everything and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so I have powdered my face, and now you all know what I use on my brows. It's not a new thing, but I always use the Maybelline I can't say the word Maybelline. The Maybelline Fashion Brow. This is the 3D Brow and Nose Palette, which is, I have been using this for the longest time, I think 3 years. But I have always used this on my brows. You have seen me do my brows a million of times. But I'm gonna use this on my brows and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're done with our face and our brows. And I have taped the outer corners of my eyes because we're gonna go into the Rock Nudes by Maybelline. Actually, this is barely like used. Since I bought this, I have only used this once or twice. I'm not really sure. The quality is good, it's there. It's just that I have never seen me reach out for this that often. So we're gonna try and do something on our eyes, and I'll demonstrate it later I finished it. So I'm just gonna use this and get back to you guys. Okay, so this is kind of what I did on the eyes. I know what I have. I know what I have never reached for these shadows. They do not blend that great, and they patched off in some areas that I don't know if you can notice, but. And this is a weird shade, like this gold right here. It looks like a gold, but then you swatch it, it's like this, and I don't look at that swatch. This is a terrible swatch right there. But I put this in this middle area and use this kind of violet shade as smoked out on the crease, and then on my inner crease I used the two of these in here. I didn't see the difference, and I used this on kind of in inner here and used this as my eye highlight shade. I don't like it. I realized why I have never reached for this, since I have other palettes that work much greater than this, and this is kind of not that pricey, but it's up there in price, and you can get a lot of other palettes in that price range. and not this. So I don't know if I'm gonna part ways with this, since I don't think I'll ever use this, but yeah, I guess that's why I never reached for this. And the color selection is kind of odd for me. I don't know why. The mattes didn't really blend that well, and the shimmers are not that great in pigment. So like, look at that. There's nothing in there. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever reach for this. So that's it. So I just lined my eyes using the Hyper Sharp Power Black from Maybelline as well. I really liked this liner for a while, and then I got into Essence, since it has been recommended by Toddy, and it really is good. But I still come back to this, although this kind of gives you a much thicker line than the Essence one, since this has a much bigger tip than the Essence, but they're both good. So I have used that, and then I'm gonna curl my lashes and use the Maybelline Lash Sensational, which okay, so camera cut me off completely. Doesn't like talking. So like I said, I am using the Lash Sensational from Maybelline, and some of when I bought this, they said that this is kind of a dupe for the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, since we don't have that yet. At the time, I tried and buy this, and I still have the flu, as you have noticed, but I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same at all. I mean, there's a lot of good alternative mascara in the drugstore. If you really want a good one, you should go to Essence or Catrice. But I don't think that Maybelline really does a good job in mascaras for the most part. I have used a lot of their mascaras, like the Colossal Big Shot, the Hyper Curl. I have used a lot of them, and I really did not find, maybe when I was in high school, yeah, I really dig it, but at this time, I think I really don't. So I'm just gonna use this on my eyes, put some lashes on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the eyes are completely done. I just pop some lashes on, and we're done on the eyes. And the next thing that we can use actually is, this is the V Face Duo Stick from Maybelline. I have used this really for like a good solid year, since you can see the contour stick is like gone. But we're gonna use this to contour our cheeks, chisel face, and I know this is a cream, but the good thing about this is even if you powdered your face, you can still use this and it will not look like you have bald spots on, and it will go really creamy and buttery. So I'm just gonna use this on my face, and I'll be right back. Okay, we have chiseled our face and contoured. Next is we're gonna use the Maybelline Master Blush by Face Studio, which I have been reaching for tons of times. This really doesn't swatch really that well. Like the highlight, if you swatch it, you're like, is that a good highlight or something like that? But this is actually really good. I've really been reaching for this tons of times, but we're gonna use this corally shade, top off the excess, and really blushed up our cheeks. I mean, look at that. I topped that off, and still there is a lot of pigment in it. So I mean, that is a good blush right there. I have been reaching this a ton, and I gotta say, I mean, it really is a good blusher palette. So I'm gonna get this highlight shade, and you can top off the excess, it's good, but wait till you put this on your face. I mean, it's popping. It's right there. I mean, you really can't go wrong with that. I mean, that is a really good palette, and it is really affordable. Like, you can. Okay, since we're coming to the end of this video. It's like I've never eaten for today, but I did. But yeah, we're gonna set. Sorry. We're gonna set our face with the one that we used earlier, which is the Master Fix by Face Studio. This is actually also really good. It lengthens the longevity of my makeup, which I really noticed. So we're just gonna spritz our face. Okay, so melt down all of those excess powders, but this really gives you the longevity that you need, and it freshens up your makeup that quick. So let me just dry this down, and we're gonna go to our lens. Okay, so one thing that I know that is always a hit in Maybelline is their lipsticks. I mean, you cannot go wrong. If you want a good lipstick in the drugstore that really is affordable, go to Maybelline. I mean, you can't really go wrong in any shade of their lipstick. It's pigmented, it glides on really well. It's the longevity of it is like up there. You don't need to retouch it every now and then, but I'm gonna use this famous Clay Crush color, which, you know, it really is this peachy kind of nude lipstick. So I'm just gonna put this on my lips, and I'll be right back. Okay, so look at that pigment and that color on your lips. I mean, there's a lot of finishes that you would find in the drugstore, especially in the Maybelline counter, like the loaded bolts, the powder mats. I mean, all of them are there, and you can pick some of them that you like. But this is a really favorite for me. This is the Clay Crush, like I said. This is famous on their lipsticks, but that is what is on my face. I mean, we did a lot, and I think it really looks amazing. So, what do you think? Comment down below. Okay, so this is the full face that we have done. I think really Maybelline is a really great line. You just gotta have to kind of pick the greatest of the bunch. I think I would steer clear of the palettes and the not all of their eyeshadows are bad. I'm not saying that all of them are bad. Some of the palettes are kind of hit or miss. The individual ones, what is that called? I'm so sorry. The pots of eyeshadows are really good. I mean, I commend that. That is really amazing. Just I don't have those on hand, but if you have the time to swatch it over at the store, it is really amazing. If you can't, if you don't want the palettes, you can have the individual pat ones. The eyebrows things are really good. They have pencils in there that you can really use before the pomade. What else? The mascara is also to each his own. If it does not work for me, it doesn't mean that it will not work for anyone. But you could try them out. See, they have a lot of varieties of mascara in there. The liners are really good. Whatever liner you have at Maybelline, just grab a bunch of those. Pencil, pots, felt tip. I mean, all of them are really amazing. So grab those. You can really miss on that ones. And the face palettes, actually, the powders. I mean, okay, camera cut me off. Where was I? The face, the powders, the blushes. It is also hit or miss on the blushes, but you can kind of really find something, a gem. But I can't guarantee that all of them are good. I mean, the palette that I have got is really amazing. I mean, can you see my highlight? I mean, it's really, it's in there, it's blinding. And, oh, I forgot the foundation. I mean, you can also try a lot of the foundations on Maybelline. I mean, they're really amazing. I remember that the Dream Satin is really good. Especially this Fit Me line. The concealer is amazing. I mean, any concealer on Maybelline you could try. The setting spray, what else? Yeah, and the 100% that you need to try if you don't yet is the lipsticks. I mean, I can guarantee you 100% that they're really creamy, buttery, pigmented, and it's really a comfortable matte. I mean, it's not transfer proof. I mean, it transfers pretty liberally. They have a super ink, what do you call that, matte stay liquid lipstick. I really don't like that. To each his own. I don't prefer that. I prefer a comfortable matte. But if you like that, thumbs up. It's also good. But yeah, I guess that is all that I would have to say. I hope you really like this video, and of course, if you like it, give this video a thumbs up. So share the love to everyone, for my people. And of course, if you're not already, hi, I'm Mariz. You're welcome here. You can subscribe to the channel. It's free to sub. I have loads of fun, and you'll not regret it. And of course, if you're already here, thank you so much for being subscribed, for the support. What am I saying? And you can ring the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time we have new uploads and contents. You need to ring those notification bell. And that is it for me this Sunday. How was your Sunday? Did you go to church? Did you spend time with your family? And of course, to every father, to every father that is out there, happy Father's Day. And that is it for me today. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye, webbies.